I bought two of these long adapters and one of these short adapters to accommodate this memory in the middle here. It's an NGFF type of memory, and these adapters allow you to put it into a USB socket. So when I tested the long adapters, yeah, they're not bad, but they weren't as fast as I was expecting. So I tried the second one. That's pretty much the same, you know. There's variations with these speed tests, but yeah, it looks around about the same. And when I tried the short adapter, well, this was practically twice as fast in all departments as the two long adapters. Well, that was pretty strange. Anyway, I put a bar chart together showing the differences, or the comparisons, whatever. And you can see here the short adapter, which is the long blue bar, so very much quicker than the other two long adapters. It seemed pretty strange when you consider that if you look at the circuit for these, they all use the same device, ASM 1153E. Okay, the circuit's slightly laid out differently. The two long boards are identical because I bought those together. The short one, while it's got the same components, it is laid out slightly differently. But that shouldn't make that difference. So I thought, look into this a little further. This is what I found looking at the driver type for each of these. This is for adapter 1. It's a USB storage, and if I look at adapter 2, that's the same USB storage. But if I look at the short adapter, this is seen as UAS, which we know as UASP or UAS. It's USB attached SCSI, and this is the one that's really fast. So clearly there's some difference between the drivers and what these adapter cards are seen as by the USB drivers. So I'm going to investigate further. What's going on here then? I need to find out why it is that one of these adapters is nearly twice as fast as the other two, and if possible make the two slow ones come up to speed. So I had to go to Windows, which I don't normally do very often, but I found this tool online, and it's got to be opened, has to be opened and run as administrator, otherwise it doesn't really function correctly. And when you get it, you've got to unlock it with Asmedia. Okay, so when that's unlocked, we've now got a tool which we can check what the firmware version is in each of these cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is have a look at the fast short adapter. Plug that in. I've got memory on these cards. I don't have to have, you can do this without having a memory attached to the card. Let's just select that. There we go. And there we are. Look. That is the there. See that firmware version there? 141126A1EE82. That's as delivered. This is the card it gives me UASP. I have no idea how to offload this from this device, so I'm going to get rid of that device and put the other two in and see what's in them. Right, just have to make sure that the virtual machine sees this. Right, I think he's going to argue about that again. So the firmware version in this particular card is quite different. You see, it's 13092521 and 0000. And really what we want to do is to put a different firmware version in there. Now I've managed to find various firmware versions on the same site where this tool came from. You can see down here I've got I managed to get the same firmware version that's in the short adapter there, 141126A1EE82. They're all 60 kilobytes or so long, these, so they're not huge, and there's a little EEPROM on each of these adapters. I found this one as well, which is 140704A10000, and it says UASP.bin. Inclined to try and get that one to be flashed into this device. So what I do is I'm going to go here and go to firmware bins. Let's try this. Open that. Okay, so the firmware browser I've used, I've picked up the UASP, because this is a thing that we need, isn't it, UASP, because that'll make these devices go faster, we hope. That seems to be the problem. So I think all I need to do is press this button. Let's click that again. Okay. Yeah. Well, there we go, 140704A1000. Check. It doesn't put the UASP bit in. Really need to disconnect now, put this into our Raspberry Pi and check it with a speed test. So I'm going to log out of everything, take this device. I'm not going to blow the other one in case this doesn't work. So that worked. That log adapter now runs at the same kinds of speeds that we get out of the short adapter, the first one I ever bought. So now I'm going to just put this UASP bin version into the second adapter. It's got the same firmware version as was in the first one. Not surprising, as I bought them from the same place on eBay. So there, let's put that in as well. This is a different one, obviously, from the short adapter, but never mind. If this works, it works. Let's see what happens. Okay, so there we go. That seems to have functioned okay. Let's wait till it says pass. I'll go and check that. What I'll do is I'll remeasure all of these with a speed test and do the same as I did when they were received, and add them to the bar chart so we've got a direct comparison. There we go, that's passed. Yep, you can see that that's changed to the figures here, and this now shows itself as a UASP connected device, and the speeds are consistent with the fast speeds that we got from the little short adapter. So these adapters the ones with the earlier version of the firmware, I assume it's earlier, it's got a lower number, they're just not cutting the mustard, are they? As soon as you put this in, up they come, straight up to, I mean, they're as fast as the M.2 and SSD that I've got. It's pretty much maxes out the USB's capability, so you know it's worth having. So what I'll do next is put together a complete graph showing the before and after speeds of all three of these. Obviously the short one hasn't changed. I don't feel inclined to change the firmware in that. So having looked at the adapters being reflashed, the two long ones, these are the figures. I'll take 3 and take the average of the figures and put them onto the bar chart. So as you can see now, these are very different from what they were. And of course, if you look at the adapter is now seen as a UAS adapter, which is what I would expect, and it's now brought the speed of this up. Look at adapter 2, which is another one of the long ones. We reflashed it with the same firmware. These also are very fast, much faster than previously, and again, of course, it's seen as a UAS device, or the driver is UAS, right? So putting all of this together, I've repeated the data from the as received figures, and you can see the comparison. The red and yellow are for the long adapters. As received, they were quite slow in all departments. Once they've been reflashed or flashed, the speed comes up to the same sort of speed that we got from the short adapter, which is what we were looking for. So I think there we go. Certainly this is worth doing, and it makes an adapter or adapters which don't appear to be very quick come up into line with reasonable speeds. Well, thank you for looking at this, and I hope this helps anybody out there with some of these adapters with the wrong, well, not the wrong, but with firmware which could be improved. Okay, thank you and goodbye.